Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about how to write opinions. And to do that, we should never be just writing opinions just off the cuff. That means with what you know. It's always good to do some research. So this week I provided you with some opinion pieces which look at both sides or multiple sides of an argument. And so today I'm going to model for you how to do it with the article that you're looking at right now called Cut the Cravings, which is talking about banning junk food ads to help improve kids' health. And for those of you who aren't familiar with banning, it means making it illegal to have junk food ads to help with kids' health. So I'm going to read the article and then we're going to talk about how to write it. So this is by Tara Hart. Your favorite TV show breaks for the commercials and you see the following images: a big juicy cheeseburger, greasy fries, and a huge bowl of ice cream. You want to eat it all now. Junk food ads. They're on TV, the radio, the internet, and in video games, tempting us with unhealthy treats. But maybe not for long. As part of an initiative to fight the growing problem of childhood obesity, Disney plans to ban junk food ads from its kids' TV, radio, and website programming starting in 2015. In Canada, a new report recommends that the government ban junk food ads aimed at kids 18 and under. And for the past 10 years, the World Health Organization has published strong statements about the need to control marketing to children. Childhood obesity rates are skyrocketing in North America, but will banning junk food ads really help improve kids' health? No ads, no cravings. Dr. Kim D. Ravine, a professor with the Centre for Health Promotion Studies at the University of Alberta, supports the ban of junk food ads. Dr. Rain is the lead author of a report that calls for the Canadian government to ban food and beverage ads that target children. Says Rain, children in Canada see 4 to 7 ads every hour. Junk food commercials are flashy and feature fun, high sugar, and high fat foods. They're attractive to kids. Rain's report found evidence suggesting that marketing influences what children choose to eat and drink. Dahlia Rudd, 11, agrees. Whenever I see ads for junk food, I always want it and start asking my parents for it. Jenny Zhang, 12, thinks junk food ads should be off the air. If junk food ads are banned, the time could be used to promote healthy choices and healthy lifestyles instead. Rain's report states that the rest of Canada could learn from Quebec. 30 years ago, the province banned all marketing on TV to children under the age of 13. The ban may have contributed to less commercial culture, with fewer children buying and eating fast food than anywhere else in North America. Better to be active. But not everyone is convinced that banning junk food ads will make a difference, says Abby Hoth, 13. Junk food will always be around. If we take the ads off television, children can still purchase junk food. Banning ads is the only putting a band-aid on the situation. Perry Q, 11, agrees. Encouraging children to exercise might just work better than banning junk food ads. James Mendingo believes education is the key. Mendingo is the co-director of the Centre for Healthy Development in the Faculty of Applied Health Sciences at Brock University and the president of the Ontario Physical and Health Education Association. Removing the ads is like hiding the problem away, says Mendingo. We need to educate kids on why junk food is bad and teach them how to make healthier choices so that if advertisers push junk food on them, kids will say no. Charlotte Lilly, 12, thinks that parents can help too. If kids are always encouraged by their parents to have a healthy lifestyle, they won't necessarily be influenced by the ad. Adds Mendingo, it comes down to educating kids on how and why to be healthy and active. Making the healthy choice. Kids need to know how to make healthy choices. Dr. Rain thinks banning junk food ads is a good first step. It's not the only answer though, says Rain. Ultimately, we need to set a more level playing field because the healthy choices aren't being promoted well. James U. 9 agrees. There should be more ads about healthy food, said James. Parents and teachers should educate kids about the food pyramid or help kids to build a healthy diet for their growing body. According to Statistics Canada, in 2012, almost a third of Canadians aged 5 to 17 were overweight or obese. Rain says it's important that kids realize that they're being taken advantage of by junk foods ads. Teaching children to be more critical of advertising will help them make smart choices. Advertisers know that kids have spending money, she points out. Kids can take a stand and say no to buying these types of food. Mendingo agrees. Kids are pretty savvy. Armed with the right knowledge, they can make the healthier choice. Okay, so we can see here that Dr. Ravine, whose name changes in the middle of that article, my apologies, is talking about how, yep, we should be banning them. Here they're saying we should be teaching kids to choose, and this is kind of a summation of what's going on. So ideally you would have to choose which side of the argument to be on. You can't really go for both sides because then it comes across confusing. Okay, there's no right one to choose, so you choose the one that you think that you can argue the most, and you start setting it up. So here I'm going to set up my argument. I'm going to pull some evidence from the article, and before I did this recording, I thought that statistics from 2012 was really old, so I did some looking into it, and they said according to the Public Health Agency of Canada, as of 2017, 30% of children aged 5 to 17 are overweight or obese. So it's still about the same. So that's good to know. All right, so I'm going to argue that it's better to educate than to ban. So I'm going to put that in here as my argument. So better to educate kids to make healthy choices than banning the junk food ads. Okay. Okay, and now I'm going to go and look through evidence from the article. Now, I'm going to copy and paste for ease, and I don't say that you can't do it for your jot notes, but be careful when you're writing your paragraph. You don't want to copy and paste directly into your piece because that's called plagiarism and is illegal. So please, please, please make sure you write things in your own words. So let's go back here and see what we know. So I think that this gentleman down here, James Mendingo, who is the coordinator for the Center of Healthy Development, so he's a knowledgeable person. I think he might be useful to talk about. So he says, removing ads is like hiding the problem away. So I like that sentence, so I'm going to put that one over here. We can also talk about encouraging kids to exercise might be better than banning junk food ads. So I'm going to copy and paste that one over. And we should also, kids should be encouraged by their parents. Oh, don't want all of that. To have a healthy lifestyle. Okay, I'm going to put that one in. And then finally, let's take a look. It comes down to educating kids on how, oh my goodness, that's in there twice, and why to be active and healthy. Okay, so those are some things that's just kind of got my brain thinking, so I've got some good information to work with. I'm just going to switch this over to the same font. All right, so these are all my jot notes. I'm going to drop them down so I have them as I need to. So as we know, when we're writing a paragraph, the first thing we do is indent it by hitting that tab button so it moves it in from the margin. So a lot of people want to start with this. In my opinion, it is. Okay, you can do it. There's nothing wrong with it, but it really personalizes the argument. It's better to try and keep yourself out of what you're writing because then that really makes it look like it's not just your thoughts, it's really the truth. So I'm going to go with my original statement down here. It is, delete that, better to educate kids to make healthy choices than to ban junk food ads. So that's a very clear statement. Everybody who's reading this clearly understands what I'm arguing. Okay. And then I'm going to say obesity and overweight kids are a huge issue in Canada today, according to the Public Health Agency of Canada as of 2017, 30% of children aged 5 to 17 are overweight or obese. Now you can see here that I've actually copied this from below, and I've actually copied and pasted that off of an article. So what I need to do is I need to put quotation marks around it so that I can make sure people understand that that is not my word, that I have taken that from someone else. Okay? Eventually you'll learn how to cite that, but we won't get into that today. So it is clear that change needs to happen. Some people are encouraging junk food ads aimed at children to be banned. However, that will not solve the problem. According to an expert in the field, actually I'm going to change that. We can go through, so junk food will always be available for kids to eat. So it is better to educate kids on how to make healthy choices. If junk food ads are removed, it's only hiding a problem instead of dealing with it. Okay. In addition, kids won't learn anything if they don't encounter tough decisions and learn how to cope with them. It would also be better to encourage kids to get more exercise and balance their eating with their activity level. All right, so I'm going to delete these because what I'm finding is it's also very hard when you've copied and pasted stuff to not put it exactly the same way that the author's written it, because it sounds nice, it makes sense, and you can kind of put it into your writing. And you can put some quotations, but you don't want your paragraph to be everybody else's words. You want it to be mostly yours. So let's take a look at what we've got. It is better to educate kids to make healthy choices than to ban junk food ads. Obesity and overweight kids are a huge issue in Canada today. According to the Public Health Agency of Canada, as of 2017, 30% of children aged 5 to 17 are overweight or obese. So it is clear that change needs to happen. Some people are encouraging junk food ads aimed at children to be banned. However, that will not solve the problem. Junk food will always be available for kids to eat, so it is better to educate kids on how to make healthy choices. If junk food ads, I should say, are removed, it's only hiding a problem instead of dealing with it. In addition, kids won't learn anything if they don't encounter tough decisions and learn how to cope with them. I think I'm going to change that sentence. You know what? I don't like it. And this is why I encourage anybody who's writing to read through what they've written, because it might have sounded great when you wrote it the first time and realized, yeah, maybe not so much. In addition, when kids get older, the junk food will still be there for them to eat. It is better that they learn how to make these decisions at a young age and develop good habits. These good habits will follow them to adulthood and make sure they live healthy lives. There we go. I think that's better. That's more specific to what we're talking about. So let's go back here and just double check. So if junk food ads are removed, it's only hiding a problem instead of dealing with it. In addition, when kids get older, the junk food will still be there for them to eat. It's better that they learn how to make these decisions at a young age and develop good habits. These good habits will follow them into adulthood and make sure they live healthy lives. It would also be better to encourage kids to get more exercise and balance their eating with their activity level. So in conclusion, banning junk food ads will not solve the problem. It will only hide it. It is better to educate kids to make healthy lifestyle choices and address the problem instead of ignoring it. Okay, so this is probably level 3, level 4. As you can see here, we've got that indent at the top. Here is, I'll highlight it for you, there is my topic sentence. Okay, we've got some facts. Okay, we've pulled some things from research. So this one here was pulled off of the internet. We have pulled some ideas from the article. So the idea that hiding a problem was in the article. So we pulled that one through. Learn how to make decisions. That was also in it, but now it's put into my own words, and all those things have put together. And then finally, instead of a conclusion sentence, I've actually got 2, which is fine. You don't want to make it too long though, because then it kind of comes across as you're just going on and on and on. Kind of think about that person who just won't stop talking, and you think after they've made their point. So hopefully this helps you with your opinion writing this week. Really make sure that you focus on picking one side of the argument, that you include at least some evidence from the article. You're more than welcome to include your own ideas and your own research. Just make sure you put it in your own words. Do not fall a victim to the easy copy-paste syndrome, because you're trying to take credit for somebody else's work. As always, I'm here to help you should you need your help, and I look forward to reading what you ladies and gentlemen write this week.